Good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, everyone, from whichever part of the world you're logging into our storytelling festival, the Chennai Storytelling Festival for 2026. We extend a warm welcome to all the children, to the parents, and storytellers who are joining with us today. We all know that stories are magical. They help us to travel, they help us to imagine, to laugh, and sometimes even help us to think differently. So, all of us, let's sit back and enjoy these stories. Our first storyteller for the evening is Shiraz Saini from Chandigarh, and she has a story titled Buying a Song, a folk tale from Madhya Pradesh. Shiraz, please go ahead and tell us your story.
Sure. Thank you, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are across the world. My name is Shiraz. I am from Chandigarh in Punjab. And just a short introduction to myself for those who don't know me. I am from Mumbai, now settled over here for the last 21 years. And I've been doing storytelling since then, for the last 20 years now, since I moved here. Before that, I had a strange career graph, French literature masters, PR consultant in Mumbai, teaching French. But teaching and being with children has always been my passion. And when I came to this city, I found a new beginning for myself. Stories, language, workshops, and since then, it carries on. Today's theme, or actually the theme for all the sessions in the workshops at the festival, is growth and transformation. And my story is also about growth and transformation for a young, simple, naive, but very innocent young lady from the state of Madhya Pradesh. So all those who are here and all the children, before we start, we'll need an A4 size white sheet for your activity, along with some markers. So when we finish the story, please get that very quickly so that we can move on to the art activity alongside. So can I begin? Okay. In the state of Madhya Pradesh, there was a young lady, Vidyavati, who lived with her husband, Kantila, in a village. She loved singing, but unfortunately, she did not know a single song. Every morning, she and her friends would walk down to the village well. All her friends would be singing in beautiful voices, in lilting tunes. Unfortunately, Vidyavati did not know a single song, and she used to feel terribly disappointed about this. Her friends would make fun of her while they traveled to the village well. They would carry their heavy pots, and on the way back, they would be singing. And poor Vidyavati did not know a single line of her own and a unique song. That day, when she was returning, her friends started making fun of her. Vidyavati, do you know you don't even know a single song? That's okay. I'll find one. Oh, yes, you can, Vidyavati. Why don't you go to the market? Do you know they sell songs there? Vidyavati, being simple and naive as always, she says, really? You can buy a song at the market? Oh, wonderful. Thank you so much. And when she went back home, she immediately went to her husband, Kantila. Sunte ho ji, my dear husband, are you listening? I want you to go to the market right away and buy me a song. So the husband looked at her very, very confused. Simple man he was. He said, song in a market? Who told you so? No, I'm telling you, all my friends, they told me you can buy a song at the market. Here, take this 5 rupees and go right away. Please, please. So the husband could not refuse his dear darling wife, and he says, okay, I'll go. He put the 5 rupees into his pocket and he started walking. He picked up his bag and he moved out of the house. He walked and he walked and he walked and he came to the busy market. It was late afternoon. The sun was hot. He was sweating. And as he came to the busy market, he saw so many different vendors. Some who were selling vegetables, some who were selling grain, some who were selling silk clothes, some who were selling toys. So he went to the first shop, who was selling vegetables. Dear sir, would you have a song to sell? Song? I only sell vegetables. And then the vegetable vendor thought to himself, this man seems very silly. Why don't I lead him off track? He says, well, you know, sir, the last song, you're a bit too late. Why don't you go to the silk shop? Maybe you'll find one there. So he went forward to the silk shop. He saw lovely saris and dupattas and beautiful fabric. And he went up to the salesman and said, would you be having a song to sell? I sell silk, sir, no songs. Well, you know, actually, I had one. It just got sold just a minute ago. You were too late. Why don't you go to the grain shop? Maybe he'll have one. So Kantilal walked and went to the grain shop. He looked at the rice and the lentils and he said, sir, would you have a song to sell? The vendor looked at him and said, I sell rice, sir. I sell lentils, sir. No songs. Why don't you go somewhere else? And poor Kantilal, from shop to shop to shop to shop, he was exhausted, tired. His brow was covered with beads of sweat. And finally, he stopped. He put his bag down and he was thinking, how do I go back home without a song? And strangely enough, he suddenly heard a sound. Somebody was digging. And who was that somebody? A little mouse. And he was going, grr, 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 grr. And he said, hey, I have an idea. I can make my own song. And that's where he got his first line. And what do you think the first line was? Ko de karar, karar. What was the first line? Ko de karar, karar. So everybody, if you want, you can sing along with me later when the whole song is ready, okay? So the first line was Ko de karar, karar. Then he continued walking with a smile on his face. I have the first line. And then he suddenly saw a very scary creature. What do you think it was? A slithering snake. And as he moved back, he said, yes, that is the right sound. And I'm going to make my second line. Sarke sarar sarar, sarke sarar sarar. Ah, My second line is ready. And then he moved on a little further. And behind the bush, there was a little furry white creature, a lovely rabbit. Oh, and he was looking here and looking there and looking here and looking there. And he said, ah, I got my third line. Deke tagar magar, deke tagar magar. Let's do that. Deke tagar magar, deke tagar magar. And he said, wow, third line ready. All I need is a fourth line. And as he moved forward, he saw a tiny little spotted deer jumping, jumping really, really fast. And he said, yes, I've got my fourth line. Kude alang falang, kude alang falang. 4 lines and all for free. The 5 rupees are still in my pocket. And he had a huge smile on his face. And as he walked and walked, he continued singing the song to practice it, to be able to sing it to his wife to reach home. So let's do the song together. Kode karar karar, kode karar, sadke sarar sarar, deke tagar magar, kude alang. And now Kantilal was back home, tired, exhausted, but ready with his song. And as he reached home, his wife came running out. Vidyavati said, Are sunte ho ji? Aap aa gaye, you're back. Did you buy a song? He said, yes, I got you a song. For free. Free? Yes. Do you want to listen to it? Of course I do. Tell me, quick. So he said, listen. Kode karar karar, sadke sarar sarar, deke tagar magar, kude alang falang. And Vidyavati said, you bought this song for free? Wonderful, thank you. I am going to practice this song as much as possible. And tomorrow morning, when I go to the well with my friends, I will have a song to present. So Kantila says, okay, Vidyavati, you can practice your song. Just get me a cup of tea. Of course, of course. And that evening, Vidyavati continued practicing the song. And as she continued practicing the song, it was late in the evening and then it turned night. And she said, well, I am busy practicing. Why don't I finish some chores too? And she took the big mortar and pestle and she started grinding the corn while she practiced the song. So let's sing the song together one more time. Kode karar karar, sarke sarar sarar, deke tagar magar, kude alang falang. Now the night carried on. The song carried on too. But there were 4 people who were also awake with Vidyavati. Do you know who they were? There were 4 men, 4 thieves who were waiting outside Kantilal and Vidyavati's house. They were waiting for everyone to be fast asleep so that they could enter. Now, how were they going to enter? They wanted to make a hole in the wall. So they started breaking the wall a little bit. And as they were breaking the wall, the first line of the song was being sung by Vidyavati. Kode karar karar. And the thieves looked at one another. How does the person know that we are breaking the wall? We are digging into the wall. And then the 4 thieves very slowly tried to slither into the hole just like the snake. And then the second line was being sung. Sarke sarar sarar, sarke sarar sarar. How do they know that we are slithering through the hole? And then they put their heads in, and they looked left, and they looked right, and they looked left, and they looked right. And the third line started. Deke tagar magar, deke tagar magar. And then the thieves thought, oh no, we're going to get caught. We better run for our lives. And they got their heads out of the hole, and they ran and they ran and they ran as fast as they could. Kude alang falang, kude alang falang. Ah, the thieves had left. And dear Vidyavati was still practicing her song through the night. The next morning, when Kantilal awoke and he came out, he said, Vidyavati, you've been awake all through the night. You've been practicing your song. Yes, I am now ready with it to meet my friends. Ah, yes, you are. But do you know, Vidyavati, you and I, both of us are very lucky. Why? Why are we lucky? Can you see the footprints over here? We have had some very unexpected guests. Guests? No, I've been awake through the night. I didn't see anyone. Come and see. Can you see the footprints? Can you see the hole in the wall? I think there were some people who wanted to enter, and you saved us. You saved us from being. She said, really? Oh, that's good. See, the song has helped us. And next morning, she picked up her pot. Same morning, she picked up her pot. She put it on top of her head, and she had a huge smile on her face. And as she walked with her friends to the well, she sang this song one last time, and all her friends looked at her. Vidyavati, you found a song. You got it from the market. Yes, my husband, dear Kantila, he bought it from the market. Do you want to listen to it? Okay, sing along. And Vidyavati sang the song one last time, and let's sing it together one last time. Kode karar karar, sarke sarar sarar, deke tagar magar, kude alang falang. This is the story of buying a song. It's a folk tale that I found in many different books. This one is called What a Song. This is a book, this is a Bundelkhandi folk tale. I also read the same story in Kathy Spagnoli's World of Indian Stories, done by Tulika Publishers. And then it's also part of the Amachitra collection, Amachitra Katha collection. So thank you to all I'm crediting this story to all those who have been writing it and sharing it. Thank you for listening. So now, children, if we are ready, we are going to start with our little art activity. Let me share with you, I'm not such a great person when it comes to art and drawing, but I'm going to do my best. So if everyone is ready, we need a white sheet of paper, okay, an A4 size white sheet of paper, and some sketch pens. You can have any color you like, or you can use black if you don't have colors. It's fine. Okay. We have 5 minutes for me to round up, right? Is it okay?
Yeah. Yes,
okay,
Shiraz.
Wonderful. Thank you. So let's take this sheet of paper, and we're going to fold it into, make 4 sections. So if you fold it, you can make one fold like this. So you've got 2 parts, and then you make another fold. So now your sheet is going to have 4 parts. like this. Okay? You don't need lines, you just need a fold. We can work with that. Now, let me tell you that in Madhya Pradesh, they have a folk art which is called mandana. Okay, they use chalk or white paint, and they paint on the floors and on the walls of their houses. So this is derived from that. What we're going to do, we're going to just use the four characters of the story and make our own little drawings to create mandana art. Okay. So let's begin. If everyone is ready, you can have a sketch pen in your hand, and I'll just take you through very quickly. The first image can be over here, okay? Starting from the left-hand corner. The first image will be of a mouse, right? Khode kharar kharar, the mouse. So how are we going to draw the mouse? I'm just going to draw it very quickly. It's very simple. So you have two triangles which are joined together like a bow tie. Can you see that? Two triangles joined together like a bow tie, all right? And then you're going to draw a very curly-whirly tail. Like this, a mouse. And then you can make a few dots around the mouse, like this. This is what he's digging in the mud. Okay, so that's your first picture. Khode, kharar, kharar, right? Now you can do it like this, or you can even do it like a film reel, like a strip. But this one is a little simpler right now. So we go to the next block. If you're ready, everyone, have the children done this? Little bow tie with a little curly tail and a few dots. Yes, let's have the children also hold up, whoever's here. All right, so let's go to the second one. The second one is a snake, right? So let's do a quick slithery, slithery, slithery snake, like this. Yes, a long one, a long slithery snake. And let's do a little tongue out, like this. And we can decorate the snake a little bit with tiny, 1 minute, I'll just do it for you and then I'll show you what I want. Like jagged edges, if everyone can see, like the scales. So let's make jagged edges around the body of the snake. And he goes, sarke sarar sarar. Psst. All right, kids? Snake is ready? Sarke sarar sarar. Okay. Now what's the third one? We're going to have that little rabbit who's going to look left and right, left and right. So we'll make the rabbit on this side, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this one here, we're going to make one big head and 2 ears like this. And then we're going to make really big goggly googly eyes because he's going to be looking like that with big eyes. Okay. Right? So this one is going deke tagar magar, deke tagar magar. And the last one is going to be our deer. Sorry, I think I did it on the wrong block. Doesn't matter. I made a mistake. I hope you've done the right one because it has to go like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, I've made the wrong block. So the last one is going to be this deer. We're going to make a long rectangle. And then we're going to have the antlers. I'll just draw it and show it to you. And we're going to have 4 legs. And then we're going to show him running really, really fast. So let's look at it like this. This is the deer. It's got 4 legs and it's got horns, little antlers. And the little V's that I've drawn are the footsteps of that deer that's running really, really fast. So now, when you want to do the song and you don't remember the lines maybe, the imagery will help you to do it on your own. Khode karar karar, sarke sarar sarar, deke tagar magar, kude alang falang. So if all the kids are ready with their art activity, would you like to hold it up so that we can all see it? Would you like to share what you've done, kids?
Then Adar, could you just hold your... Oh, Sita ma'am.
Sorry?
Hi. Yeah, Sita ma'am has her drawing ready.
Okay, wonderful. Too. Let's all have our cameras on, please.
Please hold your drawings up.
Have our cameras on. Very nice, Pravika. Ruhani.
Ma'am, can you give me 2 minutes more?
Yes. Sorry? You want me to show you the last? Yes, that's beautiful.
Sophie as well.
Yes.
Sophie, hold it up. Yeah.
That's right. Everybody, please hold it up. Very nice, Sophie. And Vasugi. And who else? I can't see. Anybody else who's holding it up? Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I hope you had fun. And Eric, thank you very much for having me, and all the others, the co-hosts. You've been wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, Shiraz, for that lovely storytelling. I think we enjoyed the singing and we enjoyed the lovely voice modulation that you brought into your story. It was amazingly well told, and we enjoyed listening to it. Does anybody else want to ask any questions or say something about Shiraz's storytelling? Any of the children?
Pravika, please unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. The storytelling was amazing. And like the song, it was very nice because I never heard this type of song.
Thank you, Pravika.
And I think many. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I think we can move on. And thank you, Shiraz. We can move on to our next storyteller. Can I? J. Miller is our next storyteller for the evening, all the way from Budapest. And he has a story beautifully titled Eternal Love, which is a metaphorical tale created by the storyteller, inspired by Silverstein, I think, right? Okay. Over to you, J. Miller. Take us into your story.
Thank you so much. Erica and I are Millers, but we come from the same town of Manhattan. He winds up in India and I'm in Hungary. So I tell stories with movement and the word. My father, Joe, was a great, great storyteller, and he also was born in Manhattan. And I'd like to show you a few of my great teachers of movement. Maybe you've heard of Marcel Marceau. Maybe you all know of Charlie Chaplin. So I need your help, all right? I see all you 18 people out there, 21 now, sitting and listening and absorbing the stories. Well, I'd like to do a little exercise with you. If you would put your hands on your shoulders and just give a little, yeah, okay, real good. And let's stretch one arm and stretch up the other arm. All right? So this story, Eternal Love, is a generational tale, right? Where the young boy becomes a teenager and so on into old age. And I will need your participation, okay? So let's practice. The boy has a relation, love with a pond. And if you take your hands, take a nice deep breath in, and let's swim in the water, okay? Everybody, come on, Divya. I see you there. Let's go. Yeah, all right, good. And Eric, let's do it. And he splashes in the water. And he takes a stone, throws it up, and catches it. And then he skims it across the water. In a song or in poetry, as we've heard today, you have a chorus. This is the chorus in my story. Here we go. High in the mountain, across the river from a great city, there lived a pond. Let's go, the pond. And every day in the summer months, after school was over, the little boy would climb into the hills, into the high mountains, to his friend the pond. And the pond would say, boy, swim in my water. Let's go, swim in my water and splash, and let's play games. And the boy loved the pond so very much, and the pond was happy. But the boy stayed away, and the pond was lonely. Boy, come, swim in my water and splash, and let's play games. I'm sorry, said the boy. I'm a teenager, and I need things that other kids have. I need a basketball to play. Where's my phone? Though I need a phone. Can you give me a phone so I could be like the other kids? And the pond said, I'm sorry, but the mountain and the forest is my home. But what I do have swimming in my water are fish. And if you catch them, you can sell them in the market. And the boy spent all of that day and half of the next catching all the fish. And he took them to market. And he sold them for money and bought the things that a teenager needs. And time went by, and the boy left, and the pond was sad and lonely. But the spring came again. Boy, come, swim in my water. Let's go. Swim in my water. Anhan, Adar. And splash. And let's play games. I'm sorry, said the boy. I'm a young man now, and I have a family. I have a beautiful wife and 2 small children, a boy and a girl. But we need a house to live in. Can you give us a house? I'm sorry, said the pond. I live in the mountains, in the hills, but what I do have at the depths of my water are precious pearls and stones. And the boy dove to the bottom of the pond and came up with beautiful pearls and precious stones. And he went to the market and sold them for money. And he built a beautiful house, maybe like you have in India, or in Sweden, or in Budapest, or in Manhattan. And the boy loved the pond, and the pond was happy. But now the boy stayed away for a longer while, and the pond was lonely and sad. But the boy returned, "Boy, come, come, swim in my water and splash, and let's play games." The boy said, "I am retired now from my work, and I'd like to travel to the different parts of the world. Can you help me, pond?" And the pond said, "All I have left is my water." And the boy put big tubes and pipes down into the depths of the water. And he turned on, "Can you help me?" He turned on the great faucet. And the water went up the pipes and tubes, down the valley, across the river, into the homes where people drank the water, showered, and splashed. And the boy loved the pond, and the pond was happy. But now the boy, being older, traveling the world, he stayed away for a long time. And the cold winter came, and the pond froze, and time went by. And again, the thaw, and the spring, and the boy, "Pond, pond, my friend, please, I have not the eyes of my youth to seek you out. Please, my dear friend, please give me a sign." Now we know from the story that the pond loved the boy very much. But when you love someone very much, there's the time, the moment when you must be truthful and honest. And the pond said to the boy, "When you came to me as a youth, you splashed and played in my water. As a teenager, I gave you my fish, and there are no more. As an old man, I gave you my water, and now I am just a dried up mud puddle, and there are no more stones and precious pearls in my water." And the boy heard this, and he started to cry. "Now you have to help me. Can you make a fist? Take a deep breath through your nose," and the clouds covered up the sky, and it started to pour and thunder and rain down upon the boy. And as he looked at his feet, he saw that with the rain and thunder, the water started to rise up to his knees. And there he was standing in the pond. The water had returned to the level of his youth. And at that moment, can you put your fingers together? Again, take a deep breath through your nose. And the sun began to shine upon the boy standing in the pond. And after a lifetime, the boy loved the pond, and the pond was happy. Thank you very much. It's great to see your silent clap. So now I'd like to ask you to turn on your voice. And as it was introduced, this comes from a story, The Giving Tree, that Eric and we grew up with this story in New York, and most of the kids in America, my children did, and my grandchildren do. And the tree, as the pond gave the boy the water, the fish, and the stones, the tree gave the boy 3 different things. So, what 3 things can a tree give to a young boy?
Yes, Pravika, you can unmute and speak.
He Plants can give people shade, fruits, and oxygen.
Beautiful. And
Medicine.
Medicine.
wow,
What?
great. And to have fun,
Paper. Paper. We can climb the trees.
Yeah, you like to climb trees?
Yes.
Me too. When I was young, I loved to climb trees. Right? And if you needed a house, how can the tree help you to build a house?
By cutting trees, which is bad, but they give us wood.
Yeah, but good idea. But if you cut some trees, maybe you can plant some trees.
Yeah.
Right? If you cut one tree, you plant two trees. Okay, so later on, maybe today, maybe next year, maybe plant a tree. All right, so if you went to summer camp in the mountains, what 3 things can you do in summer camp that the mountains can give you? How about just sleeping in your tent and looking up at beautiful stars? Or maybe there'll be a lake. My good partner Anna, we go when it starts to get warm. It's starting to get warm now in Budapest. We're going to go to the lake and we're going to swim in that big lake. All right?
You instead of swimming, if there are boats in the lake, you can go boating.
Beautiful.
Kayak. And you can also swim in a kayak.
And I like the kayak, yeah. And now they have these boards where you stand on the board. You stand up and you go like this. They have those in your town, in your lakes and waters and ponds. Probably, yes. All right. So I would like to ask you how you like to tell the story with movement. I see that we have poetry with rhyme, and we have song, and Shiraz was having us do some movement. So when you tell a story, you can also move and speak and so on. So I appreciate the time. And I wrote to my friend Eric, and maybe in the next while, I'm going to come visit India, and maybe you can see me live. I was on my way to India in 1975 with my wife and my 2 children. And we were ready to take the bus from Middle Europe down to India, but then we found my wife was pregnant again. Surprise! So we had another child, number 3, and we went back to Manhattan again. So thank you very much. It was wonderful to meet you all. And when you come to this part of the world, I wish you do, come visit me in Budapest, and I'll take you to have some really good food and see the sights and the castles and the parks and maybe the lake. So have a very wonderful Sunday. Thank you for inviting me to be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Eric, all of you.
Thank you, sir.
Anhad and Adar, I appreciate your participation. And when are you going to start telling stories? Please call me. I want to listen. All right?
Thank you for another.
Have a sunny day.
Okay. Thank you very much, Jay, for that lovely, lovely storytelling with movement. And now we are moving on to our next storyteller of the evening. who is Sita Srinivas from Visakhapatnam. Her story is titled An Unusual Friendship. This is a story created by Glenn Francis F. Fellner. And Sita, please take us to your story.
Thank you, Vasili. Thank you so much. Thanks, Jay, for such wonderful story, and thank you for inviting us over. And I pray and I wish that, yes, we can make a trip to Budapest. Yes, this story is about friendship, an unusual friendship. And the story goes like this. Katie never felt connected to anyone, neither the place nor the people. So she wasn't surprised, nor she felt bad when her father came home and he said, "We are getting a transfer and we are moving to the northeast." Her mother, who just heard that, she said, "What? Are we going that far? How are we going?" And then the brother said, "Hey, I have a lot of friends here. I just can't. I don't want to go leave Papa." But the Papa said, "Yes, I'm sorry, but we have to leave." In a week's time, they packed their bags, they packed their luggage, and they moved to a beautiful town in the northeast. The brother, he would take his football and go out and play. Mother made friends with her neighbors. Katie, every day, would look out of the window and just watch the kids playing. One day, her mother said, "Hey, Katie, why don't you go out? You're watching these kids. Go and start playing with them." Katie did try. She went out but couldn't find the courage to go and ask, "Can I play or will you be my friend?" Days passed by. Katie was always just watching from her window, and she would just look at them and enjoy. One day, her mother again said, "Please, Katie, go. It's high time. Now you should make new friends." Katie again went out. She watched the kids playing. She was very happy. She just ran towards them. But again, something stopped in her. She didn't. And this time, instead of coming back home, she went down the lane. And as she was walking, she looked around and she said, "Hey, this place looks beautiful and similar to the place where I was a couple of weeks back. This has mountains, this is beautiful parks and gardens." And she walked. She came across a lake and she just looked at this beautiful lake and said, "Wow." And at that time, a wind was gushing and she enjoyed that moment. She walked back home and today she was happy. Next day, her father took her to the school. He said, "Come on, it's time. You have an admission in this nearby school and let us go." She went, and to her surprise, what did she find? She had to cross that lake to go to the school. And that was the best part, what she loved. Day in and day out, she started taking that same route to go to the school. And again, there, she was just sitting in her bench, just taking the notes and coming back. One evening, she went to the lake and she was sitting there and looking around, and she was looking at the sun, which was setting. And at that time, suddenly, she felt some noise. And she said, "Wow, what is this?" She looked around and she didn't find anything. Said, "It must be a tortoise." It was time up for her to go back home, and she packed her, bag, and she just went. And you know what was in her bag? She always loved to draw. She was just sitting there and she would, sketch, and all. She just put them in the bag and she went back. Next day was Sunday. She went again to the lake. She opened her bag, and this time she had a snack box with her. And she just was munching, and then she put it back and she started to sketch again. And again, she heard the same. She said, what? Who's this? What's that? Is a tortoise. Maybe a snake? No, maybe a crocodile. She was just looking and she was a little scared and she stepped back. Again, she heard the noise and there was a splash. Said, how rude! Who put this water on me? Who splashed this water on me? And then she looked here and there. There's nobody. Then she went closer to the lake. And there she saw something moving. Said, hey, you, who's that? Just then, something bounced up and it landed onto the pathway. And she just was startled and she looked back and she saw it was a dragon, a flying dragon. Said, what? This time, she was not scared. Just moved in a little bit nearer and closer, and she looked into the eyes of the dragon. And she felt something similar. The dragon was also having a lonely eyes. It was sad. And then she said, hey, would you want to eat something? And she just opened her snack box and she gave her the sandwich. And nicely, the dragon munched and it went closer. And she started to pat the dragon. It was a little scary, but she liked it this time. After a while, she bid goodbye and she went back home. Now, this has become a habit for Katie. Every day, after school, she would go back home, pack her sketchbooks, everything, and a snack box, and come to the lake. And she would play, and the dragon would come. And you know what she named the dragon? She called her Chulbuli. And Chulbuli and she were the best friends. One day at school, her English teacher walked into the class and she said, hey, there's a competition. Either it's a poem or you can write an essay. And the topic is the best friend. So everybody got answered the next week. And thus it was very easy for Katie. This time she had a friend. And she started to write a poem about her best friend, Katie. The day of the competition arrived and everybody read their essays and some read the poems and she started to read. And everybody was surprised to know that her best friend was an animal, a dragon. Everybody started to tease her. Hey, you can't even make a friend with a human being and you have a friend who's an animal, a dragon. Come on, it is not true. At this time, she said, no. It is my best friend. I can show you. And then after the school, some of the classmates followed her to the lake. And when they saw, hey, she called Chulbuli. And the moment Chulbuli came run. And then she splashed water and everybody started to play. Her friends started and they believed her. And then they started to become her friends. And every day after school, they would come to the lake, play. And now Katie was not lonely. Days passed by. One fine day, on a Sunday evening, Katie went to look for her friend Chulbuli. She went to the lake and she started. And she said, hey, Chulbuli, where are you? Chulbuli. There was no sign of Chulbuli. She went around the lake and in a very fine corner, she found dragon just lying on the ground. She ran to her, she picked it up and she said, hey, Chulbuli, please get up, what happened? And it was a very lonely place and she was looked around if anybody could help her, but no. And slowly Chulbuli just looked into the eyes of, Katie. And it's as if it was saying, it's time, I have to leave for good, and said goodbye. Very next moment, the dragon slowly flew into the horizon. And Katie just looked up and waiting. Just, hey, where did it disappear? It was very sad. Now she came back home and she started to cry. Next day in this class, she went to the school in the class. She said, hey, there is no Chulbuli. And the kids, they stopped coming to the lake and they stopped playing with Katie. Katie was alone again. And this day, she was just waiting. And that day was again A wind was gushing, and she said, "Hey, I think it's time. Now the Chulbuli will come," because that time Chulbuli had come when the wind was gushing like this and the cool breeze was going. Oh my God, yes, Chulbuli will be here. But then Chulbuli did not come. She was very sad, sat by the corner, and she started to cry. Just then, she heard the footsteps. She said, maybe, it's a Chulbuli. She looked, nobody. But somebody from band, they came, and he said, tap. And she just turned around and looked. It was her classmate, Mehul. Say, hey, why are you here? You know, no, there is no Chulbuli, and I don't have any friends, and here's nothing is there to play. You all came when Chulbuli was there. He said, calm down, calm down. I have come just to play with you. He said, will you be my friend? Mujhse dosti karogi? And that's when Katie said, hey, will you be my friend even if Chulbuli is not around? He said, yes, I will be with you. And will you be my friend? And from that day onwards, Katie had a new friend, and she was never alone again. Thank you.
Lovely storytelling, Sita. We love listening to your voice modulation and your way of narrating the story. Slowly, one by one, the elements, it progresses very, very, very in easy, progressive way that the children would have loved following and listening to.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anhad and other guys, do you want to say anything to Sita ma'am? You can unmute yourself and tell.
I like the story a lot, and I love the story.
Thank you. But I want to ask a question. Will you answer
Yes.
it? Okay. Did you come across anyone in your class who is lonely and who is not able to make friends? Did you come across?
In my class, no. Not at all.
Oh,
In
wow.
my class, no, but in another class, yes. I told him, will you be my friend? He said yes. Now he's a very good friend of mine.
That's so nice. So next time when you find somebody lonely or having no friends, so you will go and extend your hand, right?
Yes.
That's so good. That's so good. That's so good.
Ramika, you have your hand up. Do you want to say something?
Yes, ma'am. Like, the story was good, and me and my friend Bhavya, we also passed through a kid from grade 3. They were very lonely, so we said, will you be our friend? So they said yes. And now we are very good kids. They are in the same school as ours. So we love talking to them and playing with them.
Oh, wow. Thank you. That's so good. And I want to ask, if you want to change something in the story, what it would be?
That Chilmuli would not have gone from this place.
Oh,
The lake.
nice. How nice. How nice. That's
Thank
all.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And Manisha has her hands up. Yes, Manisha, please tell us.
Would like to compliment Sita ma'am. The story was good, and I thought that you yourself are very chulbuli. So
How
you
thank
made
you.
the story very lively with your telling.
Thank you, Manisha. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Sita, for this wonderful storytelling. And now we're going to move on to our next storyteller for the evening, who is, of course, Manisha Bhise. And she is going to tell us the story of the story.
Okay,
Yes.
I don't mind going now, but I think Gayathri is before me. I mean, you can ask.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I made a mistake. I think our next storyteller is Gayathri Sastry from Nellore, and her story is Focus is in Your Hand, which is a Buddhist folktale.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
I'm sorry,
Am I
sorry,
audible?
Gayatri. Sorry, Gayatri. I really made a mistake over there.
It's okay, ma'am. It's okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
it's okay. Please
Am
continue.
I audible?
Yes, you are.
Shall I start?
Yes, go ahead.
A wonderful good evening to one and all present here, and lovely kids who have been responding and reacting. Very nice. Thank you for this opportunity, first of all, Eric and all the other team of CSF. And last time when I did the adult session also was so good, and it went a very memorable experience. And now I would start my story. Focus is in your hand. Okay. Once upon a time, there lived 4 disciples in a Buddhist monk ashram. The Guruji was teaching meditation, and that day's task was to sit and meditate at least for an half an hour. Okay. And the Buddhist monk also teach the Buddhist monks is ready to teach meditation in a practical method. So he wants all of his disciples to sit and practice very strictly. And now all the 4 Buddhist disciples are sitting there and putting their hands in the form of join their hands, and they are ready in their asanas, and they started meditating. One is seeing the other, whether he's doing or not. And here comes one of the disciple, one of the boy, seeing above the tree, the bird, how nice it is, how sweet it sings. Again, he comes back to his meditation position. And now the Guruji comes and he observed that particular boy is completely diverted, and he looks around this way, and everything. And now, even and another bird also comes there, and the another boy is also getting disturbed, and the 4th boy is not at all getting disturbed. He's continuously meditating, and he doesn't open the eyes whatever the sound comes from the forest. And the other 3 boys came to the Guruji and asked, Guruji, we are trying very hard to meditate, but we couldn't. Such a beautiful forest this is. There are a lot of beautiful things, voices and songs that we get into our ears, and we are unable to focus, concentrate. Oh, is it? Now, let me give you a practical lesson about focusing. And he asks the 3 boys to come over and fill their hands with full of sand. With full of sand. And there is not even a single gap that even one particle of sand can fall down. And the 3 boys' hands are full with sand. How much full? Even if they step a bit, some sand may get down on the floor. Okay? Now, what is the lesson that the Guruji says? See, my dear boys, with the sand in your hand, you have to go and till the tree and then come back, which is a few meters away from the meditating place. Boom. Just a very easy task. We can do it. And the three boys were ready and with a full of hands, and they started walking. All the three boys started moving towards the tree, and they are coming back. And they are coming back now. And they came and showed the hands full of sand to the Guruji. So, what was the task given? They have to go to the tree and come back such that not even a single part of sand should fall down. Yes? Okay. Now the Guruji checks all the three of the boys' hands. There is not even a single particle fell down. As before, how it was full, now also it was full. My dear boys, okay, I have a question now. He puts a question to the three boys. While you were going to the tree, did you count how many birds were flying in the sky? And the boys, no, Guruji, we don't remember. We couldn't recall. And how many neem trees were there? Did you count? No, Guruji, we didn't notice it. And did you see the beautiful sky? It was so much of clouds. Did you see the beautiful clouds? No, Guruji, no. We didn't observe it all. See? That's what the lesson, what I have to teach you. Why didn't you notice? Why didn't you notice? Because your focus was only in your hand. You were so careful that you should not let a single particle of sand to go down. So you didn't see the other way, where the world was calling you, whether the birds is flying in the sky, how many number of trees are on the way, and how many clouds passed in the sky, or how many birds were singing in the sky. Nothing else you listened or you saw. So your focus was only in the hand. And the boy said, "Thank you, Guruji, for that." Now we understood the value of meditation. What is meditation? We understood. Now onwards, we will try to improve our focus and concentration. So, from the story, what have you understood, my dear children?
Yes, Anhad, you can unmute and tell us. I can see you guys raise your hands. Please go ahead.
Yes.
Doing one thing at a time helps you focus properly.
Yes.
One thing at a time. Since the boys were looking at their hands to make sure that no sand particle fell down, they didn't even look at the sky, the trees, anything, because their focus was in their hands.
Yes. That's excellent. That's great.
One thing.
Yes,
Doing one thing.
yes, yes.
Thank you, Anhad and Adar. I think Pravika has also got her hand up. Please
Yes,
tell us,
yes, dear.
Pravika and her friend, right? Both of you. Yes, please tell us.
The story of focus tells us if we don't focus on our work, we cannot move forward and learn more education. But if we do one thing, we have to stay on the same thing and then move a step forward to the other thing.
That's super. That's super. Thank you, my dear children. And now onwards, what I want to say is,
So
if
cute.
something is there which is diverting you, which you feel like that you are getting diverted or disturbed, whatever it is, like your mobile notification, or someone is calling you for playing, or someone has switched on some music, or whatever it is, I hope you are sitting at a safe place which is convenient and comfortable for studying. Okay, the place is first important. And what you have to do is, you just get together your palms and close your eyes. After a while, just concentrate and say to yourself that I can, I can, I can, for 3 times. And then you gently open your hands and you feel that you are seeing your reflection in your hand, okay, like a mirror. And then you go back to your studies or the work, whatever you are doing. Okay, this is a small tip I'm giving to all the children, because nowadays, in this world of complete diversions, I would like to suggest this as a study tip. I hope you liked it very much. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Thank you. Thank you, Sita, for that. So,
you,
thanks,
ma'am. Thank you,
Gayatri. Yes, guys, you want to say something?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. And thank you, Gayatri, for this beautiful
Thank you, ma'am.
story.
Thank you.
I think I myself might be in very much in need of this story, right? We all need. We are constantly distracted. Thank you so much, Ma. And now
It even works for us too. It even works for our adults too. I hope.
yes, yes, it does. Thank you.
Thank
And
you. Bye bye.
bye. Does anybody else need to say anything about Gayatri's story? Okay. Okay. Now we can move on to the last storyteller of the evening, who is Manisha Bhise from. Please, Manisha, tell me how to pronounce your name. I think I'm making a mistake.
It's okay. It is Bhise, Manisha Bhise.
Bhise, right? Okay. Okay. Manisha Bhise from Mumbai, and she's going to tell us the classic story of the stone cutter, a folk tale from Japan. Now, over to you, Manisha. Take us into your story.
Thank you so much, Vasugi. And hello, children, and hello, adults who have a child inside them. I'm Manisha Bhise from Mumbai, and I love to talk and tell stories. That is why I work under the brand Gappa Stories. But without further ado, I will like to start the story and then give a glimpse of why did I choose this particular story. So, are you all ready? Yes. Okay. So, once upon a time, there was a stone cutter. A sad stone cutter. Now, he was a stone cutter not because he wanted to be one or because he liked to chip stones. He was a stone cutter because his father, his grandfather, and his great-great-grandfather had always been stone cutters. So one day, as always, he went to the quarry in the morning, and as he was singing along like his father, his grandfather, and his great-grandfather did. Stone cutter, chip, chip, chip. Every day your sweat goes drip, drip, drip. Remember, you are very strong. You do your work all day long. Chip, 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 chip. But that day was the hottest day of all. And as the sun went up, up, and up in the sky, in the middle of the day, the stone cutter could hardly bear the heat. His palms were sweaty, and the hammer, it just kept slipping away. His body was tired, and he felt parched. He looked at the sun and said, "Oh, why do I have to be the stone cutter? The money is bad. The work is hard, and I'm just fed up with it. It's so boring." And he looked up in the sky and thought, how I wish I was the sun who would shine up bright and light up the sky. I wish. And then people would even worship me. Now the stone cutter was a very nice young man, and he didn't know that someone was listening to him. It was the vicious fairy. Yes, she heard him. I wish she hears me too sometimes, But anyways, so she heard the stone cutter's wish and sang, stone cutter, chip, chip, chip. Every day your sweat goes drip, drip, drip. You want to be the sun, strong and bright. I'm here to help you just make things right. So she said, swish, 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 swish. And suddenly the stone cutter was a sun. Oh, I like this. Big and round, boiling with heat and light. He thought, this is great. Look at me. I'm hot and shiny. And he beamed his light all over the earth. And suddenly, everything changed. There were green patches everywhere. People built houses, and there were pets. And he loved being the sun. I am the best thing in the world, he said. But just then, a cloud popped up. Ah! Was this the cloud? I thought I was the most powerful thing in the world, but the cloud is blocking me. How I wish I was the cloud. And can you guess who heard the stone cutter? Yes, you're right. The vicious fairy heard him. And all of a sudden, now the stone cutter was a cloud, all white and fluffy. Oh, I like this. Look at me. I looked so fair, fluffy and cool, and I have completely different shape than all other clouds. Then he saw a dried up patch below where children were sitting sadly. And he thought, you know what? I think I will reign because I am the most powerful now. And so he did. And suddenly, everywhere there was greenery. There were animals hopping and leaping around. Children who played and sang happily. There were birds tweeting and many other animals. And the stone cutter was very happy. Oh, I like this. I'm so proud to be a fluffy white cloud. But just then, something happened. And along came a... Can you guess who is this? Shh. And the cloud, it began to move. I thought I was the powerful of all. But who is this? Wind? Oh, look at how he growls. And the cloud began to move. Said the stone cutter. I thought the cloud was more powerful, but now I know the wind, which can whoosh and howl, is the strongest of all. How I wish I was the wind. And can you guess who heard him this time? Yes, you are right. The vicious fairy. She heard the stone cutter and she again began to sing her song. Can you rhyme along while you keep your audios mute? Are you all ready? So she said, stone cutter, chip, chip, chip. Every day you sweat, went drip, drip, drip. You want to be the wind? Go whoosh and slide. I am here to make things just right. And swish, 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 swish. And suddenly, he was the wind. Oh, and he loved to be the wind, howling. Woo. And with his wind, he made the wings of the birds fly. He blew the windmills. He blew the hats of the people. He blew the sails of the boat. He even blew through people's hair. And people enjoyed. He thought, I like being the wind. It is fun. And people do like me. I am so useful. I am so powerful. I'm the best thing in the world, he said to himself. But just as he finished saying that sentence, he came across a mountain. And he tried to blow the mountain away. Come on, children. Can you even try and blow the mountain away? On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. He blew and he blew and he blew. Oh, but this was annoying. I thought I was the most powerful thing in the world, the wind. But no, that mountain is more powerful than me. Oh, I wish I was the mountain. And by now, you must have known that the vicious fairy heard him. Now, children, I really wish that vicious fairy heard me too sometime. Anyways, she looked at the stone cutter or the wind and said, "Come on, sing along with me. Stone cutter, chip, chip, chip. Every day your sweat goes trip, trip, trip. You want to be the mountain, stand tall and tight. I'm here to make things just right. Swish, 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 swish." And suddenly the stone cutter was the mountain, tall and wide, tough and heavy. Nothing can move or hide me now. And I will stay forever here, like the tall, strong mountain. I'm after all the best thing in the world. And as he enjoyed being the mountain, there, down at his feet, yes, at the foothill of the mountain, he heard someone chip, 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 chip. And he was shocked. There was a little stone cutter chipping away at him, block by block, stone by stone. Oh, I thought it was good to be a mountain. But look at him. That stone cutter is more powerful than me. And if he keeps going, chip, 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 I will be gone. And he will still be there. Oh, I wish I was the stone cutter. And this time, the vicious fairy, she sang again. Stone cutter, chip, chip, chip. Every day your sweat went drip, drip, drip. You thought you were not strong and bright, but I'm here to make things right. Swish, 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 swish. And there he was again. A stone cutter, but not a grumpy one. A happy stone cutter this time. And as he stood there, he thought, after all, it is best to be the stone cutter. You know why? Because I soak up the sunlight every day in the morning, like all other animals do. I do take up the water from the clouds. I drink water. I'm made up of water. So I take sunlight, I take water, and you know what? I eat from the soil that comes from the rocks of the mountain. Isn't that cool? Oh, so as a stone cutter, I'm so sorry, they are just dropping off. But as a stone cutter, I'm made up of everything. I have little bit of sunlight. I have little bit of water. I breathe the air thanks to the wind. And I eat the food that is made because of the mountain soil. I have each one of them inside me. I am the stone cutter, and I always wish to be one. Can we all sing along the song again? Stone cutter,
Chip, chip, chip.
every day my sweat goes drip, drip, drip.
Drip.
Remember, I am very
strong.
I enjoy my
My
muscles all day long. Chip, chip,
Chip,
chip, chip.
chip, chip.
Yes, and that is how the stone cutter was no longer grumpy, but a happy stone cutter. So that was my story, a folk tale from Japan. And do you know, children, why did I choose this story today? Because as a child, sometimes I did feel, wish I was a boy or wish I grew up fast so that I could do many other things that, I thought grown-ups would do. But today, as a grown-up myself and as a parent, I think that we are good wherever you are. Right? Do you agree, children? Yes. Did you enjoy the story?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I have one question for y'all. All right. First question is, have you all ever wished that you were someone else? You were someone different?
No, ma'am. It is the most luckiest thing that you should be yourself.
Oh, how brave of you. Very good. That's very smart of you. And, I usually go to schools as a STEM storyteller, and I like to do this story to talk about matter. Do you know what is matter? Like, what is, this world or universe made up of? It is made up of matter. Have you heard? Solid, liquid, and gas? Yes? Do you all know that?
Yes. Yes.
So can you tell me, the grumpy stone cutter, who did he turn into first? At
The
first?
sun. The sun.
The sun. Yes, right. So what is sun? Is it sun is solid or gas?
Gas. Gas.
Sun is made up of gases. Very good. High five. And after the sun, who did the stone cutter turn into?
Cloud.
Cloud. Very good. And what is cloud made up of?
Gaseous and liquids. Gases and liquid.
Yes, so it is made up of both water and some, vapor, right? As vapor goes up, it becomes cloud. They form cloud. Lovely. And what did the cloud transform into?
Wind.
Wind. Did you see my fan? Whoosh.
There's a fan, there's no wind.
And what is this wind of made up of? Is it solid, liquid, or gas?
Gas.
Right. Air, right? That we breathe.
Sun is also
After that, after wind, what did the stone cutter change into?
mountain.
Right. And what is mountain?
Solid.
Solid. Very good. You are, smart children. So I'm so happy that you all are here today and you enjoyed this story. Okay.
Thank you, Manisha, for this beautiful storytelling, and we enjoyed it. And children, we like the props, right? We love this. I think much of it you have done it yourself, Manisha.
Yes, these are all felt made of cloth. Yeah. And this also I made it with chart paper, but then I used a wind, hand fan. Just for that.
I know. Very innovative and improvising. Very good. Thank you. We love to see these things because they give us ideas on our own storytelling that we can use these techniques.
Yeah,
Thank
and because it was the first time that I did a children's story at CSF. So I was also very excited, to do all this. And I had a smile tucked in to the stone cutter, which was like, a grumpy smile before. I don't know how many of you observed. But then I removed it in the end to make it a happy stone couple.
Happy. Yes. Thank you. Thank you very much, Manisha.
Thank you. I'm really thankful to Dr. Eric Miller to create this platform, and I think each one of you, because without we storytellers won't have all the things ready. Thank you so much for everyone present here and for your beautiful comments.
Okay, thank you. And children, now we have some more time and we are going to move on to another story which I am going to narrate to you. And my name is Vasugi. I have been a storyteller for a long time and I specialize in stories particularly for children. And here is my story. My story is called Go to Sleep Gecko. Do you guys know what a gecko looks like? Anybody has any ideas? Yes, I've heard. I can see your hands up.
Smallest lizard.
Yes, very much something like this. Okay, so my story is today called Go to Sleep Gecko. So here it goes. Once upon a time, long, long ago, far away in the deep equatorial jungle of Bali, there lived a little gecko. It was dark night, and the gecko climbed onto his tree, found a comfortable branch, put his head on the side, and was trying to fall asleep. He was trying to fall asleep, but he could see sparkles of light coming from everywhere on the branches above him. He looked and he said, "Now, what is that? Oh my God, it is the infernal poo." Yes, these guys had lights on their tail. And yes, they had their lights on, off. And the fireflies were going on flitting from branch to branch with their lights on. And could Gecko fall asleep? He couldn't. He found it so difficult. And he tried different things. He tried to not look at them. And he tried tucking his head under his tail. Oh, nothing worked. And he called out to the fireflies, "Hey guys, come on, switch off your light. Switch off your light." Do you think the fireflies listened to him? No, they did not. They continued to have their lights on, off, on, off. And this annoyed Gecko so much. He was so angry, he quickly crawled down from his branch, came to the bottom, and decided to go and complain to Elephant. Elephant was the headman of the jungle. So he was the one who had to hand out justice. So Gecko went to Elephant's house, stood outside his house, and he made the particular gecko sound. You can try it if you want. You just have to tuck your chin in like that and then say, "Gecko, gecko, gecko, gecko," he said. Elephant was having a lovely sleep inside his house. He had his head on his trunk on the windowsill and he was snoring. Yes, and he was sleeping. And when he heard the sound, "Gecko, gecko," he woke up and he said, "Is that you, Gecko? What is it that you want?" And Gecko said, "Elephant, the fireflies. They are annoying me. They keep switching on and off their lights, and it is terrible. I can't fall asleep. Okay, Gecko, it is the middle of the night. Why don't you go and sleep? And I will speak to the fireflies tomorrow morning, said Elephant. So Gecko dragged himself back to his tree and lay down and tried to catch some sleep. As he was on the branch, he tried to catch some sleep. It became dawn, and the next day, Elephant, as he had promised Gecko, went to visit the fireflies. So, as soon as Elephant met with the fireflies, he said, "Come on, guys. Gecko came and complained to me yesterday night. You guys would not put off your light. He could not fall asleep. That's not fair. Could you have listened a little bit to him and switched off your lights?" "Oh," said the fireflies, "you think it is our fault? Do you know what is happening in the jungle?" And Elephant said, what is happening? What do you want me to know?" And the fireflies said, "The whole jungle pathways are full of bison poop. Bison keeps pooping on all the pathways in the jungle. Yes, and he wants, oh, this is terrible. All the animals who travel through the jungle at night using the pathways, they are afraid they might step on the poop and slip and fall. So we have our lights on so that they can keep themselves from slipping and falling in the night." "Oh," said Elephant, you guys are doing a good thing. You are helping by keeping the pathways lit. Otherwise, why, even I might slip on the poop and fall down. That would be terrible. You don't switch off your lights, guys. You keep it going." So Elephant came away from that discussion. Again that night, Gecko tried to sleep on his branch, and again, who had their lights on? The fireflies. They had their lights on, off, on, off, on. And poor Gecko, he tried to fall asleep and he could not. He was so annoyed and angry. He walked back to Elephant's house and woke up Elephant, who was sleeping in his house. And he said, "Elephant, wake up, wake up. You have to help me. I can't fall asleep. This is terrible. The fireflies have their lights on and off, and they're not letting me fall asleep." "Oh, Gecko, I spoke to the fireflies. They say they are keeping the pathways of the jungle lit because bison is pooping on all the pathways and they don't want anyone to slip and fall. It would be a terrible accident if something like that happened. So I told them to go ahead and keep the pathways lit." But Gecko was getting annoyed. Then you should talk to Bison and tell him not to do it. Okay. Don't get upset now. Go home and try to get some rest. I will talk to Bison tomorrow. So next day, Elephant went to go and talk to Bison. And when Elephant spoke to Bison, he said, "Bison, I am hearing many stories about you. What is this about pooping on all the jungle pathways? It is causing a lot of trouble among the animals." And Bison said, "Oh, Elephant, you don't know what is happening. It is raining here in the equatorial jungle every single day, and we have huge potholes on our jungle pathways. If we don't keep the pathways clear. That is what I am doing. I am hoping the best I can to fill these potholes so that animals who are going fast through the jungle will not put their foot into these holes and trip and fall. So please, we are actually trying to help all the jungle folk. Oh dear, is that so? I hadn't thought about that, said Elephant. Please, please don't stop doing what you are doing. So again, Elephant went back. And that night, can you guess who came to the elephant's house? Yes, it was Gecko. He came and stood outside Elephant's house and he went, Gecko, Gecko. Again, Elephant woke up and he said, Oh, my dear, it is you, Gecko, again. I did speak to Bison, but you know what? Bison gave me a very good answer. He says he has been trying his best to fill the potholes so that none of the other animals will trip and fall and hurt themselves by putting their hooves into the huge potholes that are lining the whole pathways. Oh, then it is not my problem, said Gecko. Please go and talk to Rain if Rain is making the potholes on the jungle floor. All right, said Elephant. I will talk to the Rain tomorrow. So next day, Elephant went and met Rain. And Rain was swishing and swaying and bringing down swirls of water from the skies and coming down in long downpours. And he was making tat-tat-tat-tat-tat sounds and making deep potholes onto the pathways along the jungle. And Elephant went to the Rain and said, Rain, I have something I need to tell you. And Rain said, Yes, Elephant, what is it that you want to tell me? And Elephant said, You guys, you are raining every single day and you are making huge potholes on the pathways on the jungle floor. And you are creating huge craters. All the animals who pass by on the jungle pathways have to be so careful that they don't put their hooves, their legs into these potholes and trip themselves up. And poor Bison is trying to help by filling the potholes with poop. And because of that, the whole chain until finally poor Gecko, he can't fall asleep in his home at night because the fireflies are having their lights on and off throughout the night. Now, Rain looked at Elephant and said, I want you to tell something to Gecko. And Elephant said, Yes, what is it? It is because I rain every single day and fill the potholes with water. There are plenty of mosquitoes around the forest. These mosquitoes, they whiz around the forest. And who loves eating mosquitoes? Gecko does. Gecko loves to have his stomach full of mosquitoes. He flicks his tongue out and gobbles them up by the hundred. He loves eating mosquitoes. So if I don't rain, then the potholes will not fill with water and there will be no mosquitoes. And if there are no mosquitoes, will Gecko get any food? No way. So you tell Gecko things as they are and ask him, does he want to eat food or does he want to sleep peacefully at night? Tell him to choose what he wants. As soon as Elephant heard this, he thought this was indeed quite a good thing for Gecko to decide upon. So that night, as usual, can you guess what happened? The fireflies had their lights on, Gecko couldn't fall asleep, and Gecko came and woke up the elephant and said, Elephant, did you talk to the rains? And they want to come down. They are ruining my sleep. So that night, the elephant said, Gecko, the problem is not with the bison, not with the fireflies, and neither with rain. Do you want to eat mosquitoes? And Gecko said, Yes, yes, that is my main food. I love eating plenty, hundreds and thousands of mosquitoes. Good, because if it does not rain and the potholes don't fill with water, then there will be no mosquitoes. So you decide, do you want to eat or do you want to sleep? You have a choice. Huh? Said Cuckoo, this is amazing. I hadn't thought about this. Do I want to eat or do I want to sleep? Oh. And then he said, all right, never mind. I'll go back to my house. So he went home, he went to the branch, and he lay down as usual on his branch. He plucked a leaf and he placed it over his eyes and he fell asleep quietly. He had no more problems with the fireflies. And that is how Gecko figured out if he wanted to sleep or to eat. Guys, do you know the answer? What did Gecko decide? Yes, food is more important than sleeping, right? And that is a folk tale all the way from Bali, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much. And does anybody want to say anything about this story? This is a story which we often tell to show about all the interconnectedness in nature. Everything in nature is interconnected, and unless and until we give space for everything to survive, then we will be the people who will bear the brunt of it. Okay? Yes, Niyati, you want to say something? Please unmute and tell us.
Yes, thank you so much, Vasaki. It was such a nice way of telling. And wonderfully, you showed the ecosystem, how we are all interconnected, and how each one of us matter. And we are all are so very important. And I really love the way you say, "Oh, I want to eat mosquitoes, thousands and hundreds and thousands of mosquitoes I want to eat." That was such a nice expression to put, and that justifies, the rain to rain and fill the pitfalls. Yeah, so thank you so much for the wonderful story.
Thank you. And Banu, can you take over? My audio seems to have gone off and I have a problem. Please, can you continue?
Sure, ma'am. Hi, Pravika. Do you have something to say, baby?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, please go ahead.
This story was amazing and it taught me that you should be like, nature is always like the same way it is. If like the fireflies are not flying, there would be no light in the jungle. And if there would be no rain, the plants would die and animals would not be surviving in the jungle. So I realized that this story teaches us that importance of the jungle is more than the animals, that like they should be happy with the place they are living in.
Lovely, fantastic. You have clearly understood the story and followed it. Lovely, Pravika. Thank you so much. Anhad and Adar, please unmute and speak.
The fireflies did a generous thing to help the bullocks and the other animals not to slip on the poop in the night time. Gecko learned the lesson from the elephant who told the fireflies that he's not able to sleep, but the fireflies cleared the gecko's doubt, and the gecko learned a lesson.
Yeah, fantastic. Sudha ma'am.
Yeah. Like the little boy said, the gecko learned a lesson. I think we all learned a lesson. And Vasuki, your puppets are amazing, as always. That's been a great strength of yours for as long as I can remember. Is she online?
She
No.
is, but yeah, she is. She has
Okay.
some technical glitch, I guess.
I think she's on mute.
Kindly unmute Vasuki ma'am. She has
Yes,
got
I
audio.
am back. I lost my audio for a bit over there, but I am back. Thank you.
So Vasuki, I was saying the young little boy said gecko learned a lesson. I think we all learned a lesson in how nature works and self-regulates. And there's a hidden play there at work, which keeps everything in balance. And I complimented you on your lovely puppets. For as long as I can remember, your puppets are are really one of a kind, and all your hand movements and things. Where did you find this story? Where can one find this story, Vasuki?
Actually, Sudha, this is Margaret Mead MacDonald's
from
story,
her book. Okay.
book. And she has made videos also of her storytelling of this story.
There
It's
was a
very
book called Earth Care or something. Is it from that? No.
No, I got it from the video, YouTube video. It is there.
Video.
Video, yes.
And
And
the title would be?
I think it is Go to Sleep Gecko. There's a book also.
Oh, okay.
Go to Sleep Gecko. There's a book.
Storytelling, storytelling session.
Okay.
Oh,
I think
school वालियां
I think teachers can use it too.
Definitely, definitely. I can send you the link to the book if you need it. I can send it to you.
Thank you, Vasuki.
Thank you, Sudha, for your lovely words and kindness. And I and Sudha go back, way back,
Yeah,
for a long time. Yes. And it is great that you were able to come and be supportive today, Sudha. Thank you.
Yeah, so I think we both sort of started out at the same time in storytelling, and it was a small community and we supported each other, and it really worked well till COVID.
Thank you. Does anybody else need to say anything, guys? Okay.
May I? Yeah.
Yes, please, Sita.
Thank you so much, Eric, for this, and Vasuki, you've been wonderful hosting this. And I loved all the stories, and every story had a bit of transformation, and the theme was very well maintained, and I absolutely loved it. And Divya, thanks for the photographs.
Of course.
Lovely stories, all of that, all the props, and there was so much participation by the children. Really enjoyed it. I'll just put a bit in the comments later, WhatsApp. But yeah, since we're speaking now, delightful it was. Enjoyed every bit. Thank you, all of you.
And thank you to all the participants who made our Storytelling for Children event today evening very successful. And Eric, I'm handing over to you to the next program. Thank you.
We enjoyed all the stories today.
Yes, guys, you did. Bye for now.